Students, my guess is that when I'm reading this to you with different voices, when I'm using intonation and putting some personality into the words and the characters, your imagination is engaged. Engaging the imagination in storytelling is the fundamental beginning level for every sacred text that we will study. Every sacred text began at the level of storytelling, and this is one of the central purposes for this exercise, students. You must recognize and appreciate the value of orality in religion, specifically for sacred texts. The oral level of storytelling is multidimensional, not unidimensional as it was when you were reading, and it allows everyone, whether they are 2 years old or 102, to participate in the story and relate at different seasons in one's life to perhaps different parts of the story, different characters, and to bring their life experience to a sacred story. Sacred texts were written down at some point past the preservation of the oral level of storytelling to ensure that these stories were never lost. They were never intended to be limited to the page, a unidimensional way of speaking to the followers of each of these religions, and they were best served with someone who could unpack the embedded meaning and message for each of them. Just 2 more things. I want you to write down the important points that I made in these videos. Make sure you write them down in your workbook. Keep them clear so that you can study them for the midterm. And when I return to class, you can ask me any questions that were not brought up in these videos. But for now, I hope that you can recognize more fully the importance of this assignment before we launch into our first formal religions, the Chinese religions, Taoism and Confucianism. I will see you next week when we look at Taoism and Confucianism.